Hey guys, this is Smriti. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome, and if you guys have already been subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Today's video is going to be my makeup regrets that I purchased in the year 2021, and I have like 10 products with me that I need to share it with you guys, which I would ask you to stay away from. So if you guys want to see which are my 10 products that are my regrets for 2021, then please keep on watching. The first product that I really wanted to mention is from NYX, and this is their High Glass Finishing Powder. I could not understand the hype of this product. I mean, this claims itself to be a finishing powder, but this is like a very much of a hybrid between a powder and a highlighter, which I could not get aboard with. Like, look at that on my finger. How can that be a finishing powder? And when I apply this all over my face, especially if you guys have like texture, I do not want to apply that on my face. I mean, I did have something on my finger here, and you can see how it patched on it. So if you guys are applying it on like a wet product, it just clings onto it like none other, and then it weirdly creates some kind of a patch, which I absolutely do not like. And that, I would say, was my biggest fail out of the lot that I have tried in 2021. The next product that I want to talk about is from L'Oreal, and this is their L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. Now this is supposed to be like a glowy primer, which it does, but I would say it's not as glowy as if I would want like a glowy primer underneath a foundation. It doesn't show that much. I'll just swatch it and show it to you guys. It's pretty much like a thick moisturizer cream, if you can see. And you can see this, like when I blend it onto my skin, it would give something, but it would be same as like a good moisturizer would give me. Nothing like a major glow happening on my skin or anything like that. So I was just like meh about this product. So I would not like highly recommend you to like go run and get it. If you want like a good illuminating primer, I would say the Wet n Wild Dewy Primer is much more better than this. So I would highly recommend that over this. So that would be one of my regrets that I bought for 2021. Another product that I want to mention is the Wet n Wild's Big Purple Mascara, and I think it's going to be different from the others that I've seen on the internet. I really do not know what's the hype about this mascara, and so is the next product too. So I'm going to just include both of them here, and this is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. Now this is more volumizing than this, but I hate the wand in this. I mean, the brush, I really like that brush. It's like that hourglass brush, which you guys know I absolutely love this kind of a brush, but it is so scratchy. I don't know, nobody has mentioned that in their videos, that at least that I watch. It is super scratchy on my eyes. It's very tough. It feels like a, you know, like a very rough brush, especially when you apply it on your eyelashes. I mean, my eyelashes can fall like anytime. So I do not go to this like product. I mean, if I have to use it in like a drugstore video, I would definitely recommend L'Oreal Lash Paradise over any mascara, I would say. This was not a big favorite of mine. I regret purchasing this because I really do not like rough bristles on my eyelids especially. Talking about the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, this doesn't even give me volume. This gives me separation. So if you guys have a lot of lashes on your eyelids and you just want to separate it out and you just want like a tint of black on your lashes, you would like it. I am looking for volume. L'Oreal Lash Paradise is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. If I wear this would be great on the lower lash line when I just need to like separate it out and no volume at all. It doesn't transfer or anything, but I am looking for volume. When I am looking for a mascara, I am basically looking for volume, and this doesn't do that for me. It doesn't do curling, it doesn't do volume. So this is going to be a regret for me. The next product that I tried in 2021, which I would not highly recommend, is from Half Caked, and this is their Candy Paint, especially their highlighters. I love their bronzers and their blushes. Highlighters, not so much. This is like a glowy balm, I would say, which is not my preferred way of wearing highlighters. When I wear a highlighters, I am looking either for like a liquid highlighter which gives me a pigment, or I'm looking for a powder highlighter that gives me a punch. Now you can see this is more like a wet balm with no pigment in it, and this doesn't even feel like that Tower 28 glossy balm. I mean, this does nothing. This does nothing to my face, so I would not recommend this for sure. And especially if you do not like that tacky feeling on your face, you are not gonna like it for sure. So yeah, stay away from the highlighters, but the bronzes and the blushes I really like. The next product that I want to mention is from Nomad, and it is their Nomad bronzer, and this is in the shade Manly Beach. Now this is super orange for me. It doesn't even look orange on the camera when I'm seeing this, but this is super warm toned for me. I can still get away by using this in like the summer seasons, but for the winter, I'm going to just stay away from this. This is super orange, and this has so much of fallout in the pan. I recently did wear this. Can you see that? No, I don't need this. So, recently, I did wear this in one of the videos where I'm testing out new makeup. I'll leave it in the iCards above for you guys, and you can see that orange tone coming through. I definitely can make it work, but I personally would not buy it again for sure because it's too orange for my liking. Now, if you do have like a warm undertone in your skin itself, you might like it. But for the people who really have like neutral undertone or cool tone, I'm not gonna recommend that for sure. Especially for me, I am more of a neutral undertone. I lean towards a little more warm in the summer season. That is why I can still make it wear, especially in the summer season, but not in the winter or any other months. Now, the next product that I want to mention is their liquid eyeshadow from e.l.f. This also does just give me some glossiness on my eyes without much of a pigment. I would highly recommend the Pixi eyeshadows, Stila Glitter Glow eyeshadows. This is like a knockoff version that e.l.f. had released. Of course, the price is very low. Will you be like highly disappointed? No, but when I do have those products, I really feel that Pixi would give you much better pigmentation with that effect on your eyes rather than what this is giving. This basically does give me like a glossy look with like specks of glitter here and there. Nothing that I would run out and go and purchase it again. I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to purchase this product from e.l.f. anymore. I have a lot of favorites from e.l.f. and I have done a lot of videos, especially on e.l.f. alone. And it's one of my favorite drugstore brands, but this product definitely not my favorite one. The next product that I have to mention is from Kylie Cosmetics, and it is their liquid lipsticks. I recently did apply this also in one of my wear test video. I think that was for Maybelline's 4-in-1 Glow Makeup review, and that was the first time when I wore Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick. I did not like this because it does give like a very sticky feeling on the lips. It sticks onto your lips very much, I would say. You can feel it when you're like getting your lips apart, but the color is beautiful. This I got like free from the Ulta order, so I'm not mad at it because I did not purchase it, but I won't recommend this formula to anyone. Especially if you do not want drying lipstick on your lips, I don't think you're gonna like this. Just being honest. The last product that I want to mention is from Say Beauty, and it is their liquid illuminator. Now this did nothing at all for me, and this is in the shade Star Glow. Again, this, let me just swatch it for you guys. This is how the product is, and when I rub it on my skin, it gives much more glow on the camera rather than in like real life, I would say. And this is where I did have like all the other products. But when you apply it on your skin, this is the glow that I would get from any moisturizer. Again, nothing much. I'm not going to go nuts over this product. So I would say it definitely does have like a rose scent also, like a rose water scent. I'm not going to purchase it again. Again, this I got from a Sephora order. But yes, I am definitely not like going bananas over this, so I won't recommend that. I definitely wanted to test out the Saie bronzers in their line, which I'm very intrigued about. If you guys do have that product and if you've tested it out, leave it down in the comment section below. How did you like it or not? Should I invest my money in that or not? The last product that I want to mention is not even with me, and that is the Becca foundation. Now, when I tried the Becca foundation, I immediately gave it to another friend of mine because it's so high coverage. I would say it's a little less coverage than the Danessa Myricks foundation, but pretty up high there. It feels very cakey on the skin and was definitely not a favorite of mine. So that's the main reason why I do not have it in my collection, but I'll pop a picture on the screen for you guys just to show you guys how it looks. Now, I hate mentioning Becca right now in like regrets videos, especially when they are like moving out of business. But again, I do have to mention it just because it was never a favorite of mine. But I do like a lot of products from Becca. Their corrector, their concealer, their highlighters are absolutely one of my favorite products from their brand. So I would highly recommend those products over their foundation. But yes, those were my top 10 regrets in my collection for 2021. So if you did like this video and if you do have regrets, leave it down so that the other people can watch it and stay away from it. But yes, if you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 to 4 videos a week, every single week. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.